How's it going, guys? Something actually happened. There was a Broken Arrow announcement live stream as part of this Slytherin publishing advertising thing, and they actually announced a lot of cool stuff. New DLC that you have to pay for. We'll get to it. Basically, got some notes here. If you want to watch the whole thing, I sort of live streamed the first 40 minutes. Then they started talking about this like really boring game, and they'd already covered the Broken Arrow stuff, so I just gave up. Uh, basically, basically, they've got this new DLC, the Broken Arrow Russian Guard, right? But first, on July 30th, I think he said July 30th. Um, yeah, he did. Just checking my notes. So that's next Thursday. They're releasing a new gameplay patch, right? So there's going to be new balance, technical stuff. I guess that just means, hopefully some fixes. Crucially, they're going to release the spectator slash observer mode. So that's really cool. And then they said with that, they're going to start. That's what this is here. Oh, did I just skip to the. My bad. There you go. So with the release of the spectate mode, they've got an official Broken Arrow tournament. Now, the reason there hasn't been more Broken Arrow tournaments, because I spoke to the guys who organise these things, is after the first one, that's kind of Western side did. The Russian guys just do their own thing. Um, they the community manager basically said, "Look, we want to sort of move it in house and kind of do it ourselves." So the community guys just stopped organizing it, or at least a lot of them stopped organizing tournaments, which is a shame, really. But now we know what that was all about. They've teamed up with Face It, which is like a tournament website where you can join tournaments and stuff. It's like Challenge or Matcherino or something. And they're going to run their own tournament, which is going to start sometime after 30th of July when they release the spectator mode. There's not a replay mode, there's just a spectator mode, and they want to do the tournaments with that. The next thing, which of course, if you can read, you'll have seen this, he said, our first paid DLC will be the Russian Guard DLC in the summer. I can't say when, but it'll be in the summer. So, first of all, we need to talk about this, right? Um, the the way this game works is it's NATO versus Pact. Well, I mean, really, it's US versus Russia, and they added. So in the beta for the game, there was a bunch of stuff that was in there that they took out of the main game. This stuff is now being sold back to us, including like the MiG-31 and everything. So they released the Baltic Battalion DLC, which even though it's free, has mixed reviews. 40% positive, so it's about to go to mostly negative. And this was mainly units from the campaign rehashed. So this is in the campaign, it's in like the first mission, as are the Leopard 2s. The first mission, well, excluding the tutorial, the first mission, the Russians cross the border and that drone gets shot down and everybody starts fighting, right? So you've got NATO versus US versus Russia, and then you add an extra spec to the US. Well, now the US has more. I mean, to be honest, this DLC was very weak, and they're trying to buff it up. But now NATO has more choice than Russia, and now the Russian spec you're gonna have to pay for. Now, I saw posted on the Russian Facebook equivalent, it's called VK. The devs were talking on VK a while back, and they said the DLC will be free. That's what they said. Okay, they said the DLC will be free. The DLC will not be free. The guy just said in this video, which you can watch if you don't believe me, it will be our first paid DLC. So it's not going to be free. You're going to have to pay for it. That's what that means. Sorry, so what's going to be in the DLC? So they said, right, that they're going to add the MiG-31 somewhere, right? MiG-31 BM. I could have sworn, or the MiG-31K. I could have sworn they were in the beta. I could have sworn they were in the beta. Maybe I'm wrong, or the alpha. So these are units that should have been in the launch game, and they took out so they could sell it back to us. So that's very unfortunate. Anyway, you're going to get the Tu-95 strategic bomber, the Yak-130, which is like a little trainer jet thing, although it seems very heavily armed here. Isn't that the It's like 240 millimeter rocket, or was it 480 millimeter rocket? It's a very big HE rocket in Wano. And then the Panzer again, and the Tor again, but this time they're on a truck instead of on a tracked thing. Then I do admire their ability to add things that aren't, you know, real. You know what I mean? They've probably only made a couple of these, but I think it's cool that they add them because the game isn't real. So why does it have to be hyper realistic? It doesn't make any sense. So I think that's cool that they're adding this. It's some sort of it's like a T-72 or a it's a T something, and they've taken the gun off so they can fit all these rockets onto it, right? So it's going to be like an anti-infantry, I guess, assuming these are anti-infantry rockets. And Spetsnaz Alpha seems to be coming in a new transport, and they have suppressed bullpup. Is that like a Tavor T-21 or something? Or no, hang on, it'll be the Russian one. So suppressed bullpup, whatever. Suppressed PKP, more suppressed PKP. That's like a suppressed sniper slash DMR, and then a grenade launcher. So you can be as quiet as possible. And then if we read the words, so there's going to be 8 infantry squads with 20 unique weapon loadouts, 31 new ground and air units. So does that include the infantry squads? So there's going to be 39 new-ish units, and then 20. So each of these will have 2.5 customizations. 31 ground and air units, 2 new maps, Dao Gav Pills and Coal Mountain. Now, let's go to my channel. They did a thing on the. In fact, I could show it in their Discord, can't I? That'll probably be a better way of showing it. So they've been doing this kind of marketing unit recognition game. Anyway, so this is the new map, the coal. This is the coal, right? Coal Mountain, so there's some coal. This is more units than a single player can actually get in the game, but there it is. And yeah, more coal, and you see some of the new units here actually, so that's definitely something. It's actually already firing, which, and this isn't interesting. You see some of the, whatever, the Rosgardia, right? That's a guy punching an AK. Yeah, so there you go. There's some of the new units, and this is the drone they revealed in the previous trailer. So this is like a little. It's called a. Oh, what's it? A termite. A termite. So it's like a helicopter with some rockets on it, and it just flies around, and shoots people. Modern War is very unfortunate. These are what, aim 9s, maybe. Look like arrows. This thing, which is probably that thing that was already shooting. So that is yet another kind of well, it's got ATGMs on it. A Uran 9. Interesting. And then that's too far back, so these are all just normal, whatever. Back to the words. So 2 co-op scenarios that can be played in co-op with the Russian Guard. So Dao Gav Pills and Coal Mountain. So we saw Coal Mountain just there. A new hangar theme. So when you launch the game and it goes beep boop, and you press quit and it crashes, yeah, but when it's spinning around, I think that's what that is. So I'm not sure that's a big deal, but I'm sure somebody cares. The Russian Guard combines elite security formations, reserve infantry, armored vehicles, and powerful support assets into a versatile fighting force capable of adapting to a wide range of battlefield roles. Deploy Rosgardia, which is it's like Russian territorials, bars, which is it's that thing from Saving Private Ryan. Reservists, Spetsnaz Alpha, FSB snipers, border guards, and Spetsnaz Vimpel. Aren't they already in the game? Oh, whatever. Supported by reconnaissance vehicles, armored transports, heavy artillery, and modern air defense systems. Expand your battle group with an extensive arsenal of reservist Russian equipment with some modern surprises. Outmass the enemy by pressing endless T-62s and T-72As back into service alongside the Tiger, which is it's like a Russian Humvee. BPM 97 Vistral. This eludes me. Is that thing. Okay. And there it is with some guns. Typhoon K. Okay, yeah, so that's another. Isn't the Typhoon already in the game? Oh, I suppose the K is the big one. It's like a long Typhoon. Because I remember, isn't this one in the game? Maybe I'm full of it. Uran 9, some sort of drone. Oh, that's that thing. So that's a drone. Okay. I think it's probably said, whoa, what is that gun? It's a big gun. It's probably sensible, but like, isn't it gonna get so it's actually that's only a 30 mil. Just looks bigger, I guess. Anyway, doesn't it get jammed or whatever, or has it got a big fiber optic cable out the back? Deliver devastating fire support with the 2S43 Malva. So is that like the Malka but newer maybe? Yeah, it's a wheeled Malka, I guess. Eurogun 1M, that's a MLRS, right? Rocket launcher thing. Oh, it's this one. Is that not the Tornado? I guess it's different. Fewer rockets, fewer bigger rockets, I suppose. And K 9K 58 Kama. That's the Smirch. But the Kama is the new one, which has fewer rockets. It's got 6 rockets instead of 12. Okay, I know AI bad, but whatever. And the Tososhka. So it's like the burrito, but with fewer things. I think it's wheeled again. Yeah, it's another thermobaric. The Russians really like their artillery. I mean, I suppose if you fight in the same place for. Let's not get into it. While protecting your forces with layered air defense systems, including the Panzer S1. So that's already in the game, but I guess it's the idea that it's on a different car, right? Or it'll be like a slight side grade or something. The Tor M1 2U. So that's these, right? Yeah. So it's on a different car. It's on a wheeled thing instead of a tracked thing. S400 Triumph. So what's the Triumph compared to the regular S400? Has it got like fewer? It's got 4 missiles, different chassis. I mean, they do that a lot, but so does Wano, where it's like T55A, T55AB, T55ABC. The Tigger Gibka. So this is like a Humvee, but I don't know what the Gibka means. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's got iglas on it. So it's like a little Shorad thing, like the Avenger that the Americans get. So it's got 4 on it. Apparently it's been blown up. Sorry guys, you can't use it anymore. Support your operations with helicopters such as the Ka-50 Black Shark. Was that not in the beta? The Ka-52's in. What's the Black Shark variant? I guess it's got rockets on it. So it's another Soviet attack helicopter, but I guess the K8. Oh no, hang on, it's older, isn't it? The K-52 is the one in the game. The K-50 is the one that's in Wano. So it'll have like what Vickers and S8 and maybe some Iglas on it. Ka-50 Kasatka. I'm not familiar with that. It's a transport helicopter, and it says under development. It's been under development since 1998. So yeah, it's just a transport helicopter, right? I'm sure there's probably a way to put guns on it. The Mi-8 AMT SHVN. Interesting. Okay, so it said War Thunder. So it's an Mi-8 that's been turned into more of a so it's like a Special Forces Mi-8. It's more of an attack helicopter than a transport at this point, but it still transports people, but it's got many, many guns. I don't know if these are air-to-air missiles or air-to-ground missiles. That's obviously like S8 unguided rockets or something. Or you can just have, yeah, there'll be obviously the customizations, right? MiG-31BM, MiG-31K. So I could have sworn those were in the beta or the alpha. To sell it back to us is a real kick in the teeth. Your game's at 20% reviews and you're selling DLC. It's shameless. And then, as part of the video, right, he said it sometimes, there's a lot of feedback. Some of it makes me really angry, or some of it makes me smile, some of it makes me angry. We're not fighting, we all get along really well. Why does your PTE have like half the changes in it? And your game is at 22% positive in the last 30 days, right? 59% positive total. That's got to get down to 40 to be mostly negative. And they already nuked a bunch of negative reviews here by declaring it a review bomb. That was after they banned a popular Chinese streamer because he played against like a Ukrainian streamer, and the Ukrainian streamer reported him for cheating, and he wasn't cheating. So the Chinese guys got really mad. Anyway, uh, so these were posted today. Two of them in Chinese. So yeah, the MiG-21, I'm not sure what the difference is between the BM and the K, but from the data files, apparently you can launch a nuclear bomb off these. So, versus MiG-31K. So what is the difference? AI say, Grok, is this real? So the MiG-31 BM is air-to-air, and the MiG-31K is it fires the Kinjal. So that's the strike craft. The BM is the interceptor. Okay. Yak 130, that's up here, isn't it? So it's another little kind of quote unquote trainer jet. It's pretty heavily armed. That's a cheap CAS. Carefully managing assets such as the Tu-95, so that's a Tupolev strategic bomber, dropping a very big bomb there. Cool. And the AN-26, is that not another strategic bomber? Oh, that's a big transport. Okay. And the stealth S-70 Okhotnik. Oh, it's a Soviet B-2. It's unmanned. Okay, so it's like a drone. Will it drop bombs, or seems pretty big for a recon thing? I mean, the guy's walking on it. Maybe it just flies super high. Oh, sorry, guys. Unfortunately, it's dead. They destroyed all of them. So anyway, two new locations: Dwagav Pills, dense urban combat across a strategic border city. Let's figure out where that is. Um, it is in Latvia, next to a place called Sad. So yeah, that's a beautiful Soviet architecture, urban sprawl there. Nice. So as the Americans build their cities like this as well, where it's just a big grid, um, and then your traffic situation ends up being really bad because every time there's an intersection, right, that's things slow down. Although there's only a few houses here, so maybe it's not. Anyway, right next to Sad, right? And Coal Mountain, which we've seen, an elevated industrial stronghold where artillery positions dominate the battlefield. So, just to recap, if you do appreciate these videos, let me know, because apparently I make him angry with my comments. um, on next Thursday, there's going to be spectator mode added and a new gameplay and technical stuff. Hopefully, that reverses the 22% positive. And then they're gonna make you pay for the Russian DLC in the summer. Well, there's not much summer left, mate. We've got August after this, and then that's it. So, and yeah, there's going to be new units and stuff, and there's going to be a new tournament, and the devs all get along. They're one big happy family, and it makes them angry when they read things saying that they don't get along, because they get along so well, and they get angry when they... Whatever, I've laboured that point enough. Anyways, I'll see you around. GG.